Welcome back to the GDevelop tutorial how to make a crafting survival game. Last time we talked about variables. In this video it will be videos with multiple parts. I will show you how to make an inventory. Our inventory will be different than others in inventory that you are accustomed to, because I want to show you how to think out of box. I don't want you to copy code from me and from anybody. I want you to understand how to make a game and that you can make things on different ways. You just need to think about it. We will make inventory, so when you press your tab key that your inventory appear. We will control that with variables. Last time I show you how you can link variables with everything, and I want to make that everything in your inventory that be draggable, so you can move it with your mouse and you can drop things on ground and you can realign your things in inventory by mouse. But first I'm gonna show you this new background. I think that this background looks better and I will use it. And it's bigger. But before we make our inventory, we must go to Photoshop to make a couple things. So see you there. Welcome to Photoshop. First we need to make a background for our inventory. Size of background will be 350 pixels with 300. And we need to make one tree, so we have something to harvest, and we want to make an icon for a tree in our background for our raw tree. So let's start. For this I will use only brush, layers, and I will change opacity and flow in brush. So let's start. Okay, I think this is good enough. This will be our background for our inventory. I use some effects like drop shadow on inner shadow or our object, and this layer for our brush. And now we need to make our tree. Size of tree will be 150 with 200 pixels. I will use the same elements like our inventory. So let's start that. Okay, this will be our tree. This is a tree like one that I'm paint on my paintings. This is the shape that I come out with years. My shape, you can see here layers of different effects that I kept. Uh, you need to make your own tree. Has every man and woman in herself have their own tree. So make your own tree. Don't copy other people's. Don't copy nature, God. Make your own tree. The shape of your own tree. Everyone has their own shape of tree that you must remember, especially if you are doing paintings and other things. Don't copy, make your own tree. Rest of things I will make off camera because OBS is making my computer very slow. So see you when I finish that. Welcome back to GDevelop. These are things that I have made. Don't forget to organize your things for your games in your folders, because I repeat this, GDevelop takes the file for your games in that folder. If you move folder you will lose it, so make everything organized. This is our inventory. With size of 350 with 400, we'll save it like paying game, so it don't have a background. This is our icons for a tree, our raw tree. Dimensions are 50 with 60 pixels. It's paying game. You see here quality it's bad, but when you are making or drawing this icon you can make it larger, and then you can make it smaller and use it for game. So when it's larger it's easier for you to paint. And this is what I tell you, you can be creatively. Why things in our inventory their number must be down. I will make it so it be up. I want to show you you can do things differently. You don't need to copy people. So number for our raw tree will be up. Why not? And this is our tree. Size of tree is 150 with 200. It's paying game. Now we close this, and we need to make our object for inventory, tree and icons. So let's click on add a new object. We'll use a sprite. We'll call this object inventory background. And we will click here to add a new animation and find our object in our folder. And we'll click on apply. Now we will add two new objects, our tree and our icons, it will be the same as sprite object. So let's do that. Okay, now we will click on this tree and click on our scene and add somewhere. But I don't see a tree. That is because the order of our background is a larger, I think. Oh, sorry, I did not know this is a little change. Now you don't need to click on tree and click here. You need to drag this object to a scene. Sorry, I did not know that this is a new change because I did not use GDevelop a couple of last days because I was sick. Okay, see, we have a new two trees. Now we'll click here, but first when you are making tree, remember what color is your background, and you can see that our background is pale, so our tree needs to be darker so you can see it better. And take care about colors. So if you are making a green background, maybe you can use a complementary colors to make red tree, or darker, or violet and green are two colors that goes perfectly together. Now we'll click here. Okay, these are layers. It's like layers in Photoshop. We can add an object on them. So we will click here on this plus and make a layer for our inventory. And we will name it inventory. And how we will make this inventory? So when you press your tab key, that appear, and when you press again your tab key, that hide. You see this is a visibility of a layer. So let I show you. First we will close this and add our inventory background somewhere here. Let's see here. Now when you click on this object, here you can see on which layer it is. So now it's on base layer, but we will change it to be on inventory layer. Here. And now when I click here again, and on this eye, you see our layer, our inventory disappear. It's still here, but it's not visible. You see. So we will use that for showing a file layer. How we will use that? Remember last time what did I tell you about variables? You can link variables with everything in your game. So we will link it with visibility of this layer inventory. So let's do that. We will go here on our global variables and we will make a new global variable. We will call it inventory visibility. And we will change number of our variables to a 0. And we will click on apply. We will close this. And we will make a new external event for our inventory and crafting. So let's do that. And we will click on it to open it. First thing that we need to do is to link our new external event with our home event or home scene. To do that, we'll click here this blue button and choose our home scene. And we will click on choose. Now we will go to our home event, and on this plus button we will find a new link, and here we will find our new scene, our new external event. Here. Now our home scene and our home event and our external event inventory crafting are linked. Now we will go to our external event inventory and crafting, and we will add a new event, and we will add a new group to make our code organized, and we will rename it inventory. We will add two new conditions in our inventory, our two new events, and remember what I must repeat myself. Remember what did I tell you about variables? You can link it with everything. So we want to make, when this global variable inventory visibility it's 0, to hide our layer, and when it's 1, to show our layer. Numbers are not important. You can make every number. You can make so when this variable is 13 to show layer, and when it's 14 to hide layer. You can put a number whatever you want. You must think like that you do with things with numbers. You link variable with, in this case, with visibility of layer, and you see when this number, this variable is that, do that, and when it's lower, do that. That is very important. But we will keep it simple. So when it's 0, layer will be hidden, and when it's 1, we will show this layer. So let's do that. We will close this. If you heard some noise in background, people around me are crazy. Let's continue anyway. We will add a new condition here on variables, global variables, and value of global variable. We'll find our inventory variable. Sign of text will be set to or equal, and value will be 0. We will click on OK. So when our global variable is 0, we want to hide a layer, our inventory layer. To do that, we will add a new action. And here, layers and cameras. And here, hide a layer. Our inventory layer. And click on OK. We will do this the same condition, but we will change this 0 to 1. And we will change this action to show an inventory. This number to 1. And this to show a layer. And click on OK. So this means when our global variable inventory visibility is 0, layer inventory will be hidden. When it's 1, it will show this inventory. Now you can do, when you press every key, to add a number to variable. Remember that I told you that last time. So we will do, when you press your tab key, to add 1 to our variable. Remember from start, this variable it's 0. We change it to 0. So when we press our tab key, it will add 1. And it will be 1. And when this variable is 1, it will show our layer. So let's add a new event. Add it to group. New condition. Keyboard. A key is released. Find tab and click on OK. What we want to do when tab is released, we want to add 1 to this variable and to be 1. So we will add a new action. Variables, global variables, we will find our inventory visibility variable. And we will add 1. And click on OK. Now let's test tab. I will make some text object and to display our variable so you can easier track what's happening. This will take just remember what did I tell you? You can link variable with everything, so you can link it with text object to display it. Let's find this text object. Most important sign variable. I forgot name. I forgot the name. Sorry. Let's test again. Now you see this is number of our variable. We set it to be 1, but when I press tab it will be, we set it to be a 0, and when I pressed 1 it will be, when I press tab it will be 1, and our layer will show. Let's test that. You see. But now we need to limit it, so when we pressed tab again to be a 0, so we can hide our layer. I don't know, this is a bug. When I press tab this create this object. I don't know, we will find that and remove it in future videos. Now we will add a new event. We will add a new condition. This advance, and remember, I'm not a programmer, I'm artist, and I cannot show you some perfect coding. I just want for you to understand how coding functions, how coding is in this program and how you can do one things on 100 different ways. We can code this in 100 different ways. So I will not show you some subcondition and this that. Later you can learn that yourself. We will do this the most simple way that I know. So if all of these conditions are true, we'll add a new subcondition. First will be layer and visibility of layer. Inventory. Click on OK. We will add two new subcondition. Variable, global variable, and value of global variable are inventory visibility equal to 1 and we'll add new subcondition this. We'll copy it here and we'll copy this. I don't have a time, I must hurry. So if all are this conditional true, all layer is visible, our global variable visibility inventory is 1 and tab key is released. It will what will do? It will do 0 to global variable inventory visibility. So let me show you. So now our variable is 0. When I press tab, it will be 1 and it will show inventory. Now our global variable is 1. Inventory, its layer. Its layer inventory is visible. And when I press tab, sorry, I messed this because I'm in hurry. I messed this code up. We need to change this to a set2. So when tab key is released, this global variable will be 1 and this will work. So let's try this now. So now our variable is 0. When I press tab, it will be 1 and it will show layer and our inventory. And when I press now, our variable is 1 and when I press and layer is visible and I press tab, it will be 0 and it will hide our layer. You see now. You can do everything in things by link what you want, but first you must think a bit creatively and think. You must link everything with variables and do with numbers. It's so simple. When it's 0, hide. When it's 1, show. Tab key is released, do that. And when it's visible and 1, do that. That is most simple. This will be first part of inventory tutorial. Next time I will show you how to do more things. Now I have no time. So see you next time. Leave a like, comment and sub and have a great day.